we've had a couple of absolutely smashing days and everybody wanted to be out. So I think last year I provided a little bit of a romantic image of the beach. So this year I want to provide a more realistic image. I've been chatting to Chris for absolutely ages. So just checking, she's a little bit wet, tiny bit. But I had the ramp down and everything, so lots of air going in. It was a good idea to chat because I needed to wait for the tide to come in and then go back out again. Oh my God, this is just like so glorious, so glorious. Right, I'm talking rubbish. When I think of something nice to say, I put this back on. So Chris has been telling me so many stories about all the different riders that he sees going past. I wonder what stories he tells people of me. I know that he tells people that there's this woman that comes with a horse box and that she's got a channel. He probably says that. There was this motorcyclist that turned up. This was last year, and he said to them that I come with a horse box and that I've got a channel and that I film it. And this motorcyclist was saying that he's got a channel as well. I've got to find out who it is, but that he films everything live. And there was one time when he came off the motorbike, and I said, well, if you look at at least one of my vlogs, you can see me falling, so it might not be alive, but with a GoPro it's as good as live. Guys, look at this. Look at this. So I like to show all different angles. I know a lot of people that film, because they film themselves, they don't show, they just do it like that and they just show the very top. But I guess I'm wanting everybody to see all different angles. Hello, morning, because that's not nice for the member of the public. So there is a sheep, a big fat one, and its head was stuck in the netting. And I signalled to the driver behind me and... Oh, sorry? No, I don't. But the guy at the food station, he might. You know the guy at the food station? He knows everybody. He might know him.
It needs cutting, this is absolutely stuck.
Ah. He'll have something to cut it with if you want. If you go to the food station, he might have something to cut it with, but I don't know if the farmer will mind. Well, I think that's self-explanatory. Oh, well done! She's done it. So the head was completely stark and it was panicking, and she thought I must know who the farmer is. Obviously, I've seen him, but I don't know personally. Anyway, so she's done it. Good job. Hi. Hello. Hi. Yeah. think everyone wants to be out because of the blue sky, sunny weather. So guys, this is 2 weeks later from the last time I was here and the last time you saw me in a vlog here, and I won't lie to you, it's been a bit of a miserable, dreary week, but today was set to be very sunny with supposed to be 8 to 11 km/h winds, which is next to nothing. And today and tomorrow is supposed to be like this, and then again on Saturday. The tide hasn't gone out enough. Oh damn. Hi guys, so I realised that I can't get on at all, so I go away and I come back after half an hour because I was determined to get on. To describe how disgusting and boggy that beach entrance was. I'm not joking guys, not many people could get their horses on it, and I did it. 1 or 2 pony club kicks, that's it. I don't believe in that. Who was it that said they don't kick, they only squeeze? Oh, it was that girl, Millie Stenner, only squeeze. But anyway, I did it. So what I did was I wasn't forcing her to go forwards, I was giving her the option of left and right. I had a bloody dog walker watching me. It doesn't help when you've got an audience. Anyway, we're on. So guys, what I did was, the tide was in and those 2 riders that I saw them again. So they did a loop and came back round. But I didn't switch the camera on because I don't want them to think that I'm just quickly switching it on every time I see them. But one of them started laughing and she said, oh, they never want to go in the water. And I said, oh, she'll go in the sea, just the puddles. So what I told myself was I'm not waiting another 2 weeks. So we went away, didn't film it because it's just the same lanes, came back half an hour later just to see the tide receding a bit, and it's still wet but enough to walk on to make us feel, in a way it's good because it kind of slows her down. But yeah, brilliant for her tendons. The salt water is so brilliant for everything there. So it's not brilliant for her tendons because it's not like a treadmill workout, it's too shallow, but the salt water is super cleansing and she wants a drink and I can't let her have one. I'll just keep this on as long as possible. Yeah, it's recording because I don't know how much beach we'll get. So it's all just little ravines that have been filled. Oh, so much for that gallop. I need the tide to be far out for me to see the entrances and exits clearly. So it's really easy to know where to get off at Knot End because you've got Blackpool Tower in that direction. I didn't want to be giving a talk through like this while we were wading through water, but anyway, what can you do? So you've got Blackpool Tower, world famous, in that direction. You can't miss it because there's 2 ramps that you can clearly see. Almost anyway, you know where to. But coming back, it's harder. You need to be able to read the land a lot more better. I'm going to insert a photo right here of it was widely apt, me on the beach, and to somebody that doesn't know what they're looking at, it would mean nothing. I'm going to insert a line where your intermediate to advanced riders will go up to, and you can see how shockingly far out I went. Officially, after talking about it with somebody, I had gone into the next county, and I will tell you why. I will show you the line on that picture that I thought I was following when I should have been following this line instead. However, 11 years ago, myself, Bo, shitting up in the pool, what? You can see the water's quite deep. Myself, Bo, and the other 2 bays, we used to go there quite often. So it was normal, it's normal for experienced riders that know that area. Hi guys, voiceover here. So you will know that I'm heading towards Knot End because you will see the land to the left of Lara and myself. So when the land is to the left, that means we are heading out towards Knot End. Hi guys, you can see now that the land has shifted over to the right hand side of us. So at some point I turned around, didn't film it. So that means that we are headed back to Pilling Sands where we got on. So guys, can you see those fells in the distance? Now those are the fells that I film on my phone when I'm going back to the horse box. Now in front of those fells, can you see like the scrubland, bushes, trees? That is a couple of miles away, but that is where the ramp is, where we get off. So what I'm doing for this ride is I'm staying right by the shore, and that's not something I recommend anybody do. You'd be surprised how many people do it, and the only reason I can think of is because they think that's what you're supposed to do, but you're not. However, I am. The reason you shouldn't is it can get a little bit ravine-y, marshy, boggy there. But I've decided that's what I'm going to do, because until the two of us have got used to this again, I want everything in clear vision, full view. Also because the tide was right in, so when the tide goes out and you begin to get used to it again, you can go further out. Right guys, I don't really want to talk because when I start talking she misbehaves, but there's a big ravine there in the middle and she will just take off, and I don't want to, with that ravine in the middle, like fall into it. Anyway, it's 3 months that we're having our comeback and she has to get used to all these things again. People think that you just get on a beach and just go and that's it. It's nothing like that. She has to relearn all. She knows anyway, she's bloody clever. She knows exactly what everything is, but she just needs to relearn my stops and starts and this, and where not just her just doing her own thing. I let her think she's doing her own thing, but kind of a little bit under my guidance. I was looking at a post that I put up on Facebook this time last year, 1 week previous, and it was me saying that we had a gallop from Pilling to Knot End, 4 mile gallop, and that there was no brakes, and I was just laughing about it. So we can do that, the no brakes thing and everything, we can do that as long as there's not all these ravines, because your body needs to be so sturdy when she falls into one of them. But we've gone a lot further than we did on our trip 2 weeks back, and that's how I always build it. I always tell myself, first I think, oh damn, I didn't do what I wanted to, but then I think, well hang on, no, we're going in the right direction, we've made progress. So you won't have seen the steps back that we've had before, because I've only been vlogging 8 months, so it's happened before. Happens every bloody Christmas, like every winter it happens, and then we just keep getting back to where we were. But the thing is, each time it gets easier, each time it gets easier, and your nerves become more like steel. Honestly, she could go like the wind right now if I let her, and there was a time the anxiety would be rushing through my body, but it's not there today. I shouldn't even say that word. As long as I make her think everything's chill. Hi guys, I just want to interject here. I don't know if you can see that building to the left. It's a little white building, and for the first time I can see it on the GoPro. That's Heysham Power Station, and I just want to explain to you what happened once. So I don't know if anybody that ever watches me has done, I can't explain to you what it's like to do a 4 mile gallop. You basically have to be eventing fit. It's like a gallop between 7 to 10 minutes non-stop, and it was a hot day, and by the time we finished it I got really tired, and my judgment was clouded, the sun was shining, and that white building, I mistook that for the coastline where the land is on the right. So I thought that building, that line there across where you can see, was the coastline on the right. So I went along that about 3 to 4 miles. I can't explain to you how dangerous that could be, and I figured it out, but my judgment was completely clouded. So this is what most people do, they stay by the coast. In fact, most people don't even go to Knot End. This is quite an intermediate, this is going out quite far, which you do, and look where I went. Literally, that is the next county. In 3 months, so we need to relearn all about Knot End. Just like anything, jumping, anything, you have 3 months off. Packing, anything, you need to relearn it all. And this beach, amazing as it is something that we have to relearn again. Now I'm not going to school her on the beach until she's had a gallop, because otherwise she will misbehave like mad. And the last time we were on this, like properly having a really proper beach ride, I schooled her. It was brilliant after she'd had a long gallop, because then she'll just listen to everything. Her body will just go with the flow. But if I try to school her before she's had a gallop, she'll basically tell me to basically. I'm the same. If someone tells me to do something before I've had a run, can't run the way that I used to, but I still can. I get peed off. Her and me are the same in that way. I think you've kind of got to have a horse that reminds you a bit of yourself. I say that, but my horses are so different. There's got to be something in them. Just talking crap now. Anyway, gorgeous sky. Lovely, lovely. It's a few degrees warmer than last time, so I am a lot more relaxed. So this beach ride was just learning to go back to Knot End, but unfortunately we had an obstacle. The tide was in our way, which is a bit weird, but I'd rather go out to meet it rather than it's just there. So she wasn't liking the tide going down to Knot End, and I get that, that's fine. But her brain, even though she'll go like the wind if I give her half a chance going back, her brain is clued into me, and that's where I've always told myself I need to get her at. Her brain's clued into me, but she can go like the wind. So when her brain's clued into me and she can go like the wind, sorry guys, I'm not using all your traditional horse phrases, but this is how I've always seen horses. When her brain's clued into me and she can go like the wind, it means I've kind of made her push button, but at the same time you can't just stick anybody on her. But I've made her push button for me. I mean, you could stick a really, really common. I wish I could talk more freely, guys, but she hasn't had a gallop and she will start misbehaving. We will get there. Can't believe we went that far out. We went out about 3 miles. Yeah, 3 miles. Last trip we only went out about less than half a mile. Yeah. So in weather like this, so it's not cloudy remotely, well no, it's clear blue sky, you can see the exit quite clearly. You can see there's a pyre before it, well you can't but I can, and a whole bushel of trees. And that's the final point that you want to go with a horse. If you go past it, you start entering quite dangerous territory. And have I been there? Yes. Yes, I have. 2 times, or well, more than 2 times, with her and with Bo. And with Bo, I'm not joking, it was almost a travesty. It was many years ago. Never want to go through that again. even though I can see everything, this water is not how she wants it for now. She wants a bit of dry sand, which is what I need. Good girl. God, that walk in the sea did you the world of good. You feel brilliant. You feel soft and supple again. She's noticed something. I don't know what. Maybe horses. Yeah, thought so. We used to park there years ago. Lots, loads. Hello. Hi.
Hiya.
Hi. It's gorgeous. Make the most of it today, tomorrow and Saturday.
Yeah.
Come on, get. They're going to pull in there.
Pull in there, I think.
All right.
Be all right. You want
Yeah,
me to be all right?
No, she should be all right. Yeah. Just. Yeah. Everyone's helping everybody. This is such a horsey place. Yeah, that is the ladies. You need to see
Got a bit of a debate on,
that. Right.
and I'm not allowed to tell you what or how. You see this?